Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. A few days ago I was asked about blocking and why we do the specific type of blocking that we do, so I'm going to try and answer that today. But before I do, what's really important to understand is that the blocking that we do is a form of striking. Now you notice that when I practice my blocks that my arm moves but my shoulders remain where they are, and that if I'm facing from here when I'm blocking, that my elbow is that far away from my torso. That way I can block all the way to here. And if I want to block higher, then I can raise my arm up higher and go higher. Or if I want to go lower, then I can squat with my knees and come down. Guarding the groin is a separate activity that we'll talk about it another time. But when I'm blocking, the idea is that I want to have the forearm from the knuckles here all the way down to here, blocking all the way down. Whether I'm using the palm or I'm using the forearm to come all the way around, I have the elbow out from the body, and it comes in a sweep motion like this. Now I can come across, or I can come down, or I can come across, or I can come up. In this ankle, across, down, across, and up. Notice that I'm not snapping at all, I'm just swinging the arm about. And the idea is that I want to draw the attack in, which means my blocks all have to come from a similar place. It does no good to have one block come from one place and one from another place and another from the third place. I want to be able to block efficiently from all places when I have my hands up. So that if the punch comes straight into my nose, I can knock it out of the way. And if it's coming straight in from here, I can come right down on top. And if it's coming in from here, I can come down. And if it's hooking around to the body, I can go low or I can go high. So there's a bunch of things. I can even turn and come over and cover this side from here. Now the idea is that I want to have a similar point of origin for most of my blocks. There are a few that are unusual and different, like a rising block, because I have to start over here and I have to come up, exposing the armpit and the upper arm. Ideally, I would cover my head with that sort of a motion rather than rising, which is, again, topic for a different discussion. Now, I'm going to try and put a link into the thing below of this fella who has all of his students try and stab him, or try and defend against him stabbing them. He tries to stab them, they try and defend. And they all start with their hands down here, and as a result, he stabs them before they can get their hands up in time. One guy wises up to it and puts his hands so he gets there, and says, no, can't do that. And what he's saying is absolutely correct. If your upper arm is up here, it's right that far away, then all I have to do is that motion. Or if it's here, that motion here. I'm ready to go right now because my elbows are up and nice and high. If my elbows are down, I feel safe, but I'm not. Now, when I'm blocking, basically I can go across, or from here I can go back, or I can go down, or I can go across. I can also go straight down. And as a variation, I can come up, and again, I can come to the side, or I can come off to the side like this. But the snap of a block is a different thing. And when I'm snapping the block, what I'm doing is I'm turning the wrist. Now, that's the motion that saves me, right? And punch in here, boom, saves it right out of the way. You can see my hand. But if I turn my wrist as I'm coming through, it makes a relatively slow block. If I twist my wrist as I'm coming through, then I have a very fast, strong motion. That twist adds power and focus and drive to what I'm hitting, but I have to have a strong and conditioned arm. So when I'm striking with that strong and conditioned arm, I'm not going to hurt myself. It's not going to do me very much good if I smash into his arm and hurt myself. So what I do is I condition my arm with these little tiny taps. Little tiny taps. I tap on one side and then on the other. And that conditions my forearm over a period of months or years. I don't go super hard, just light and easy and several hundred per day, every day for several months, and then I can continue on with that because by then it should be a habit. Just like that. Now my conditioned arms mean that I'm striking with the edge and I'm snapping. But if I'm just going down and up and across like this, that will work somewhat. Now, this is all T-bone side intersection. In other words, my block's coming across, coming across. So something coming straight in is not to the side. Now remember, I don't have to block it far away. All I have to do is move this fist to here, and I've missed. Or this fist to here, and the guy's missed. So all I have to do is move it to here. All I have to do is move it to here, just a little bit. Now I block so this in line, or I block so this in line, and that way my blocks are coming right over where they should go all the time. In doing that in that manner, my block is powerful, effective, and focused. And I'm not over blocking. If blocking way over here, that's not going to be very good. And if I'm blocking like that, I don't have any structure to support my block, and he'll blast right through it. So what I want to do is have some structure so that it can be a nice hard movement. But against a straight end attack, that should be enough. If it's coming into here, then I want to have the structure alignment all the way into here. Same thing into here, all the way through. But from here, if it's coming around, then I have to have both hands up, one hand down if I'm covering here. And it's twisted so that I have structure behind what I'm doing. The basic twist, again, I twist into it. I start here, and I twist, and as I twist this one, so it comes like this. Now that's a floating block. Now I can come from here like this, boom, right across, or from here, right across, or if my hands are up like this, I can drop here. Now you see it's pointing towards you, and then off to the side. From here, same thing off to the side like this. That snap adds power to what I'm doing, but at the same time, I want to have structure behind what I'm doing, when I'm doing it well at all. Anyway, that's basically how I block, something like that.